everyone, my name is Miranda and today I'm here to do a special review because I am here to review, if I can grab it, Carve the Mark by Veronica Roth, which is her first book outside of the Divergent series and her first book since wrapping up Allegiance, and I was so excited to start reading this. If you haven't heard of it, basically we've been getting teases about it since like last year probably, that it's supposed to be like Star Wars-esque and like enemies that work together to survive, and even if you see the title of it, it's Honor Has No Place in Survival. This book is a dual point of view from 2 points of view. One is Akos, I think his name is Akos, I'm terrible at pronouncing the names, and the other one is Kyra. Again, I think this could be wrong. And they're from two warring nations that live on the same planet. So Kyra is from the one that's kind of like the supposedly more brutal and harsh one, and Akos is kidnapped and brought to her harsh one and made prisoner, and made a prisoner basically of Kyra specifically. The other thing that's going on in this land too is that people have current gifts, which basically the current is kind of the thing, their atmosphere that runs throughout it, and it gives gifts to people. And the other thing is that certain people are fate favored, which means when they're born, there's a fate that's given to them, and Akos, I can't say it, guys. Akos and Kyra are both fate favored. Now, the thing is, I was a bit disappointed with the fates because, I mean, I guess, like, Harry Potter has just, you know, set my expectations too high, but I thought it was going to be, like, something really fun and, like, lyrical, maybe a bit rhymey, but their fates are literally just, like, so vague and so boring. Maybe I'm just being greedy, but I like my fates and my prophecies to rhyme, damn it. Majority of the book is about Akos being a prisoner in this land. I want to say it because like it's too spoilery, but like they both have certain weaknesses and certain strengths, and the great thing is they kind of complement each other in that how different they are. And I really like that, like reading it like just the summary, I automatically thought it was going to be like insta-lovey, but I definitely like the way their relationship develops in that like they're kind of like we should hate each other, but like why should we hate each other? So then they become friends and it kind of just goes on from there. So I like that you could definitely see the development and the time that they put into this friendship and this relationship, because it truly felt like a real relationship as opposed to like some other ones, even friendships sometimes, where like in YA or in books where they're so fast that you're like there's no way you could form that intimate and that intense of a connection with someone that quickly. Like it doesn't just go from like, oh, I just met you and this is crazy, but here's my face, so make out with me maybe. Like it doesn't go like that. And then the world building in this, just fantastic. I mean, it was a bit hard for me to picture the whole galaxy because Veronica Roth invented like this whole universe, but the planet itself that this war and this conflict takes place on, so easy to picture. It's just really amazing that like I think the bigger picture was too, you weren't supposed to know who was the right one, because I still don't like, there's a person that obviously I like better, like a side I like better, but I feel like you could argue for either side, like maybe we're just being misled on one side and maybe the other side is really just hiding their worst side. So I'm being super vague because I don't want to spoil anything, but this book was absolutely freaking fantastic, guys. I flew through it. I could not put it down. I think my only thing is that it did go a bit too long. I feel like it should have wrapped up maybe like 100 or so pages earlier, because they did one thing, one big like event, and I was like, oh, this is a perfect place to end it. But then the book continued on for like another few chapters, and they did like something else, and I was like, that's just kind of two huge big things to put in the end, so I kind of wish they'd saved the last part of it for the next book, because there is going to be a sequel to this, and I'm really excited for it. I think it was so great, and I think it proves that Veronica Roth is not a one-trick pony. I just did a V for Veronica. I don't know what that was. It's dual point of view, and I think a lot of people had problems with Allegiant when it was dual point of view, that you couldn't really tell the difference between Trish and Four's point of views. They just seemed so similar. So I think the way Veronica Roth got around that this time was that she made one of the points of views a third person and the other one a first person, which is a little jarring, I have to admit. Like the first couple times it was confusing because like one is from I and me and all that, and then you get to the other and it's like he and them, and you're like, okay, what's happening? So it's jarring, but like if that's the way she had to get around it so they feel distinct, they absolutely feel distinct. So I don't have any problems with that. So glad that I feel like it truly is different. Like she did this new thing that's kind of different. Yes, it is sci-fi, yes it is about like warring nations, but I feel like it definitely doesn't feel cliche or trivial or like I've read it before. So I really liked it. The characters are awesome, the relationship is awesome, and I just love the whole the whole message of honor and survival and family, and do you put your family above your survival, or what point do you realize that your survival is more important? I'm so excited to see what book 2 is going to look like when it comes out next year. I mean, we have so long to wait, but you know. So if you have read Carve the Mark or are interested in reading it, please feel free to leave a comment down below and leave all your thoughts about it, and also make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to my channel down below to be told when I make all sorts of new videos, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!